Well, let me say good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you, one and all. We moved the time up just a half hour. I have a doctor's appointment that I need to get to because I want to make sure everything is everything. I want to make sure everything is in order, everything is in line, everything is the way it needs to be. So that's the reason why we moved it up a half hour. That way, that gave us plenty of time to get there and to see what all needs to be said. So, again, I know I disrupted your Thursday by a half hour, but by the same token, we are here and we are again grateful to God for the privilege to be able to come. Whether you watch now or whether you watch later, we consider it a privilege for you to be here with us on today. Casper, Cora, how you doing? Playing all is well. Good morning. Jaleesa, good morning. Okay. I can tell you want to hurry up and get out of there. All right. Good morning to you, Sharon. Thank you, Iris, for letting us know all is well. We appreciate that. Okay. Laverne, how are you? How you be? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. As you are coming on board with us today. And as you are coming on, please share. Please share. That would be absolutely wonderful. Oh, that is amazing. Mm. Nancy, good to have you here. Good morning to you. Good morning, 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 good morning. Catherine, good morning to you. Thank you so much. Thank you, one and all, so much for adjusting your schedule so that you can be with us on this morning as we continue to share the word of the Lord with you and pray that your day is enhanced because we have come together. You just don't have, you must be bored, Jaleesa. And so, again, we're just grateful for all that the Lord is doing and has done, is doing, and shall do. Kathy, bless you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. At the rate it's going, it kind of looks like we will not be outdoors. It kind of looks like we're going to be inside because of the threat of rain. And so we will be able to give you a a definite answer tomorrow because weather forecast change. Sister Thomas, how you doing? Weather forecasts change. We got so much crazy, unpredictable weather. It is absolutely amazing. There's another hurricane. They anticipate as this one comes across the ocean that it will gain a sustained wind of 160 miles an hour. And then when you go out west, it's burning up again. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And so I appreciate that. I pray that all goes well. I go back to my surgeon in 4 weeks, but this is my general doctor. Um, and he just wants to make sure all is well. Ella May, bless your heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here with us on today. Enjoy the morning and part of the early afternoon because rain is supposed to come. We need some rain. We just don't want the rain that other people have gotten. And so we are grateful to God for that. Grateful to God for the opportunity. Okay. It does do that. Valerie, how are you? How's dad? Praying he's having a better day today. Pray your strength in the Lord to continue to do what you're doing. And to God be the glory. and all things give thanks. So to God be the glory. And we shall see what we shall see. Well, let me go ahead and get started here. Sylvia Scott, good morning to you. Remember, we talked about forgiveness. We talked about that, and then I'm going to spill over into something else that should be interesting. It should be interesting. That's the best way that I can describe it. Be safe in driving. And so it talks about prayer being hindered. It talks about um, the power that exists in forgiveness. Elder James, bless you. Good morning to you, Minister Faye. It talks about if you want to receive from God, that which you receive from God must also be executed through us. Forgiveness. Because when you get into verse 26, it says, but you got to understand, but if you do not forgive, neither will your heavenly Father, neither will your Father in heaven forgive your trespasses. Now that sounds like a contradiction to 1 John 1:9, if you confess your, but if you understand, Gaither, if you understand, Vernice, bless you, if you understand what the text says about confessing your sins, it is to agree with God or to say as God says, which means, Thea, good morning to you, which actually means if I know I've got a problem with somebody before I petition God, God already knows I have the problem that needs to be resolved. In order for God to bless me in my prayer life, Barbara Foots, bless you. In order for God to bless me in my prayer life, I must align myself with his will. Oh, because if you ask anything according to his will, he hears you, but you first must be in alignment with his will. And if you choose, and that's something I think many of us need to understand, that God is the God of choice. God gives us choice. We can choose. Carletta, bless you. Good morning. We can choose to live in the will of God, or we can choose to not live in the will of it. I, can I ask a question? Isn't that true? Everything we do, everything that God presents to us, he presents as a choice. Did you hear that? Every single thing that God presents to us. Pastor Gillespie, how are you, my friend? He presents it as a choice. Here's the thing that must be understood. Depending upon your decision determines the consequence. I can choose to live in rebellion. I can choose to disavow his word. I can choose to live like something I can't say. I can choose to just be whatever I want to be. But I also have to remember that that choice has a, if you sow to the flesh, of the flesh you shall reap. If you sow to the spirit, of the spirit you shall reap. You have to understand every decision is connected to a choice. Sherry, bless you for being here. You understand? So many times we become frustrated with God because of the retribution or the effect or the outcome isn't what we wanted, but we fail to understand we chose, and that choice has a retribution. That choice has a reward or a retribution. It's one or the other. Okay. And so he's saying, if you choose to not forgive, then guess what? Don't look for it. And that's a powerful statement because, excuse me, because would we not live better lives if we understood consequence? Yeah, y'all would we not live better lives if we understood consequence? Because if we were astute, praying that all works out for you, Pastor Gillespie, if we were astute in spending a modicum amount of time in the word of the Lord, you would recognize clearly that everything has a response. Even the world itself is a issue of reactions, depending upon what something else does. Oh my God. Oh my God. Think about this. Wouldn't you be happier if you understood consequence? Would you not have made some different decisions if you understood consequence? Would you not carry yourself in a different manner if you understood consequence? See, we understood, for those of us that are baby boomers, we understood the consequences that would happen to us if we disobeyed our parents. We live in a different age now where obedience is no longer necessary. We let it's funny. My daughter and granddaughter and great grandson came over yesterday, and to bring Lady Harrison her gift for her birthday. And of course, Legend is here, and Legend is Legend. Um, and so Legend decides that hey Denise, Legend decides that he wants to go over and play with the buttons that controls. I have a light that cuts off and on. It's on a timer. And so I say to him, no. And so he stops and he looks at me. And then he turns around and looks at them. As he slightly proceeds to, I said, didn't I tell you no? I said, me and you gonna fight if you don't change your mind. And he looked at me and turned around and went the other way. Now, the boy is smart. He waits until I'm not looking to make his way back again. And I tell him, I said, I'm not like everybody else. Yes, I will spoil you. Yes, I love you. Yes, there's nothing I wouldn't do for you. But yes, I will get in your butt. I said, son, no. And he turned around, walked, crawled over to me, asked me to pick him up, and sat in my lap. Now, what does that mean? That's old school discipline. I know I done lost some of y'all. That's old school. I didn't have to spank him. I did not have to do anything like that. Old school. See, it's in the sound of your voice. And it's the funny thing about it is, came over. I was outside on the deck. I was outside doing, just sitting there and enjoying life. And I stayed outside intentionally. Elder Pam, bless you for being here, dear. Uh, and so I was outside, and I decided, I said, okay, now I'm gonna go inside, give them their time, give them their time to have fun, because I already knew what he was gonna do. As soon as he saw me, he sat straight up. Hey, Gladys. He sat straight up and came crawling toward me at 90 miles an hour. Now, what does that say? It says that Legend makes choices, and he chooses to be with me even though I am a disciplinarian, because he understands I'm not going to hurt him. God said, oh God, God says, I don't want to hurt you, but I need you to understand there's a consequence to the decision that you make when it comes down to forgiving. Because every time I turn around and you get caught and busted, you want me to forgive you. Every time I turn around, you got your hand caught in the cookie jar, you want me to forgive you. Every time you turn around and you cuss and fuss and act a fool and get convicted, hey, Katrina, you didn't get whoop, you should have got one. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Katrina. Okay. And yeah, I know only children don't get whoopings, okay? They get timeouts. and so God is trying to get us to see the same way that legend has to make a decision, and that decision determines consequence. We ourselves in life and interacting with one another have to make the determination of what kind of consequences are we going to live with? How are we going to live? How are we going to interact? What are we going to do? It's because he says, if you're not willing to forgive other people, and the forgiveness is not predicated upon the fact whether they accept your apology or not. That's not the point, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. The point is, don't look for God to give you something you're not willing to give yourself. Oh my God, my God, my God. I wish I had at least 3 people out here to understand. And the truth of the matter is, I want you to think about this. They want discipline. They don't want abuse, but they want discipline. Why do you think they join gangs and drug dealers? That's discipline. Those are disciplined organizations that they are a part of. They got rules and regulations that they follow to the letter. And I figure if they can follow wickedness to the letter, you're going to follow righteousness to the letter. I know y'all don't like me. I know y'all don't like me, but I gotta deal with what I gotta deal with. And this is the reason that we have so much chaos going on right now, because nobody has any discipline. Nobody wants to check nobody. Nobody wants to be checked. And even God says, y'all better catch this. Even God says, if you're not willing to forgive somebody their trespasses, I'm not going to forgive you. Now, which boat do you want to be in? Do you want to be, hey, Pam, do you want to be in the boat of God not forgiving you, or in the boat of God forgiving you? And I'm getting ready to mess you up, because what you say may be a contradiction to your behavior. Mm, mm. You can say, I want to be in the boat of forgiveness. I want this. I want this. Yeah, this is what I want. But does your behavior reflect your verbiage? Woo! 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 Some deep stuff, ain't it? Because, see, we think we can shout it out. Not everything is going to be shouted out. Some stuff has to be worked out and obeyed out so that we can receive what God. I want you to think about this. I want you to think about this. Can you afford for God not to answer your prayers? Oh, I'm gonna wait on you. 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 I'm gonna wait. Can you afford for God not to answer your prayer? And when I talk about prayer, I'm not talking about now lay me down to sleep. I'm talking about you talking about your children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren, your neighborhood, your job, your co-workers, every all of the things that you are attached to. Can you afford? I know y'all don't like me today. I know y'all don't. That's okay. You ain't gotta like me today. You ain't gotta like me today. That, because the truth of the matter is I cannot in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Okay. I cannot, I cannot let a day go by that I place myself in a position where God doesn't want to not only hear me, but respond to me. I need him to respond to me. I need him to tell me and reassure me, okay, of who I am in him. I need him to guide me and direct me and to chastise me and to mold me and to make me an example to other people. Yeah, I done lost y'all. Listen, I gotta go. 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 Listen, when we come together tomorrow, I'm gonna deal with something. At first, I was going to tell you what it was, and then I changed my mind. Um, and the reason I've changed my mind is because I just kind of want you to show up at 12 o'clock tomorrow. And let's see what the Lord says. Man, I love y'all. I love y'all with the love of Jesus Christ. I got to get out of here so I can get to the doctor. Listen, y'all be blessed. Oh, I forgot. I forgot one other thing. There was one thing that I asked. Uh, I, I'm asking, our church anniversary is coming up on the fourth Sunday in this month. I'm just asking each household to give $100 on the church anniversary. If you don't have it, don't sweat it. If you don't want to do it, don't get bent out of shape over it. I'm just asking. That's all I can do is ask. Okay. I'm asking that you would do so. If there's anybody out here that for the most part, and people have been doing it, and let me say this because I have been negligent in my due diligence of letting it be known that I appreciate your financial support. Okay. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you for how you support the work of ministry, how you support the work of the Union Church. I am so grateful for all that you do, not just spiritually, but financially. And so, again, I want to thank you from the depths of my heart, my soul. I just don't have the words to say that. And so, in the midst of that, that's one thing that Paul said: if I sow to you spiritual, the least thing you could do is sow something financial. And helping to upgrade the equipment and make sure everything is running properly, because as time goes on, upgrades need to happen, different things need to happen. And so we try to do the very best we can to provide for you the very best we have. And it has been your support that has brought that to pass. No gift is too large. No gift is too small. I know everybody's watching live. I know some other people will be watching later. But I just need to tell you thank you for what you're doing, what you've done, or even what you shall do. Thank you. Okay. Um, Love y'all with the love of Jesus Christ. I got to get out of here because I'll get to running off at the mouth and I'll be late for my appointment. May God bless you. May he keep you is our prayer.